Hey everybody, it is your lovely host, the Silver Sharpie, speaking in an accent only for a character of one's choice, because this glorious creation's finally come out, Hiveswap. And Hiveswap is kind of a pre-Homestuck. And for those of you who don't know what Homestuck is, I will include a link just so you guys can understand who I'm talking from. Because my voice's technical character name would be Jake English. Now, none of you know this, but my real name is Jacob, but I go by Jake. And everything about me would match said character, except for the fact that I don't live on an island. I mean, on this of the United States. But enough chit-chat for now, let's get into this, because I bought it just today as it came out, and I haven't even clicked no. So this experience will be just as new for me as it is for you. Shall we? Well, let me first check this. Alright, let's dive in. Such colorful animation. I had a dog like that once. And we are in the game. Your name is... Sorry, you're gonna need a minute. Okay, you gave yourself a minute to freak out because of the monster, the thing with all the legs and teeth. The one you barely got away from. Minute's up though. You take a deep breath, let the uncertainty slip away into the toothy, arm-waggling darkness, and focus on what you know. Your name is Joey Clare. You live just outside the town of Homestuck. You are in no particular order a puzzle solver, a semi-orphan, a dancer of multiple schools, an aspiring veteran, and a big sister. Speaking of that monster, the one that barely missed eating you alive, only you're not thinking about that right now, it might be headed back outside where your little brother is. You've got to warn him. So guys, this is just another point-and-click adventure. And those of you who have read and finished Homestuck, this poster right here, SN, you know whose it is, because quite frankly, it's my business. It's the 11th of November today. It's the 11th of November. Today started off just like any other day, with another sunrise and the sound of songbirds going hog wild out there in the trees. But their songs have all but stopped, and now there's something else going hog wild out there. You don't know what it is, but it ain't birds, and it sure as heck ain't hogs. Along with ballet, you also study tap dancing. You haven't decided which you prefer. Ballet is fun, but tap's also fun, in a different kind of way. You've considered blending the two, wearing one tap shoe and one ballet shoe at the same time, but deciding to fully master both and earn the respect of your teachers, become unveiling your boundary-shattering balap style to the world. You are the tap dance abilitech to your technique. Yep, those are the words that refer to those concepts. You learned them literally just now. These'll help if there's anything you need to shake up or shake off, or if you're just in the mood to shake it. Tip tap, my friends, tip tap. These posters, they resonate so powerfully with the very core of your being. The animal, the magic, the power. They whisper to you in your dreams, secrets of a better world on the other side of the stars. You've got more pressing concerns right now than the book reports you have to hand in on Monday. Besides, none of these books are appropriate choices for a book report. According to your teachers seem oddly fixated on award-winning books where beloved dogs are introduced and then inevitably die. You kind of hate your teachers sometimes. Mom won this award at around the same age as you for being best at ballet. It's pretty. Your babysitter gave you this for your birthday. Joey, she said, this wizard's the best. He lives in his little wizardly orb, just swimming in spells and glitter. He'll protect you. Look, he's doing it right now. Your babysitter loves wizards. Obviously, she's pretty great. Let's look at this thing. It's easy to make your very own cake. Or something like that. You were really excited to get this for your birthday last year, but you ran out of baking stuff pretty quick. You could use regular sugar and flour or whatever, but it's not like you have those things just sitting around. Who does, honestly? People with moms, you guess? They should be pretty safe on the shelf, which is the point of shelves, you suppose. This is a raised and cushioned platform where you spend several hours every day unconscious and hallucinating, usually while the majority of other people on the continent are also doing the same thing. Your babysitter got you this junior veterinarian's medikit. It's kind of important to you, so you think you'll leave it here for now. It would really bust you up if something happened to it. All other baking stuff, you're not too busted up about it though. You're pretty tough. I tried to remember if Clarissa ever got in any jams like this. You have so much in common. Annoying little brother, computer in your room, second story bedroom, as much as you hate to admit it, Clarissa's life deviates from yours on a number of vertices. While parents were around, she had a cool friend who was a boy, but not her boyfriend. No monsters in her yard, etc. You could try on some new clothes, but what's a style montage without at least one pretty offering compulsory reaction shots for each outfit? He's going to give you an affirming head nod when you finally nail it. There are important things to consider before you carelessly plunge headlong into a style montage. This is where you keep your fun clothes. Oops. You consider your fashion statement to be fun and comfortable and try to model yourself on Clarissa. Clarissa. She really does explain quite a few things, except, of course, more precisely where she gets her clothes and how she manages to look so great all the time. Beanbags are making a comeback lately. It beats sitting on the floor, and that's all you can really ask of a beanbag. Hey, Snapdoodle. Let's go back to the other room and finish up, shall we? Let's look out the window. Puppy Surprise is having puppies. How many? That's the surprise. Puppy Surprise, Puppy Surprise. Whenever you look at this thing, the song from that commercial runs through your head like a snake monster on an autumn afternoon. It's a great place to stash your keepsakes where they stay as safe as a teen hiding in a bedroom from a snake monster. You reach inside the expectant plush canine, and Puppy Surprise is having puppies. Ah yes, no one would ever think to look for your precious diary key inside a flesh mother dog. Least of all your brother, who was upset he didn't get one of the puppies. Jude can be pretty melodramatic. Speaking of precious keys, there's also a beautiful old trinket that used to belong to your mom. You have no idea what it is, but looking at it reminds you of her. Honestly, you're not sure you'd be comfortable leaving it here, with everything that's going on. You collect a diary key from its plush hiding womb. While you look at it, you think maybe you should keep this beautiful heirloom of your mom's close. Just a feeling, a deep, inexplicable, impossible to ignore feeling. I apologize guys for the quick delay. I had to check for something. Oh my. A a prestigious collection of titles for your console's hungry cartridge-shaped mouth. All the best ones are here. Well, all the ones you happen to own are here. You could spend all day listing them. There's Bubsy, there's... Mentioning Bubsy made you feel a little queasy. So you think you'll stop there. You might go lie down for a bit, actually. You love your video game console. You love your video game console. You're a computer games enthusiast at heart, but you can't help but enjoy the tactile sensation of a controller in your hand as you fight evil and save animals and etc. Lots of etc. You just saved before fighting the final boss, which means you'll need to budget several hours to fight through its various forms and anti-forms and transformations. And look, you've got a lot on your plate right now. You usually don't have much to record in here on account of the humdrum life you lead, but you think today will be different story. Maybe you should take a moment to record it out now. Just in case this is your last chance to set down your final words before your tragic demise at the hands of a horrible snaky thing. It's locked. If you wish to gain access to your long buried or recently buried secrets, you'll have to use the diary key. You unlock and open your diary. Nice. Juicy secrets, here you come. Except they're just your boring secrets, so you don't care. Maybe something from your past will shed some light on today's terror mysteries. Some little detail mentioning offhand and forgotten. The key kicking off a casual cascade of connections that terminates in a catastrophe of snake monsters. April 13th, 1994. Dear Diary, ho-hum. Nothing much happened today. I tried to make some new friends at school to maybe expand our social circle beyond just me and Jude's friends all the time. Wait, Is it weird to call my brother's friends my social circle? Ah, well, you know what I mean, diary. I don't have any friends I can really call mine, so I'm trying to branch out. I guess it's better than calling them my webbering. The kids at school are jerks, though, and they called me a poser when I tried to talk to them about games I like and stuff. Between you and me, I think a bunch of the kids at school might be evil. Geez, now I'm sounding all paranoid like my brother. They're just up to no good, I can feel it. Joey. June 12th, 1994. Dear Diary, woo, first day of summer vacation. I can't wait to get a break from all those clowns at school. Sometimes I think what I really need is vacation from humanity. Joey. October 25th, 1994. Dear Diary, I can't believe I haven't recorded an entry since the beginning of last summer. Needless to say, I've been back to school for a while now. Next summer can't come soon enough. I came home to a drunk babysitter again today. Sure, some quality adult supervision we youngsters are getting around here. She means well enough, though. Haven't heard from Pa in weeks. Last we saw of him, he popped in the house to drop off more stupid mummies and globes or whatever, then skipped off to go on more adventures. What a bozo. How lame is it that he made us call him Pa instead of Dad while we were growing up. I miss Mom. Joey. If this is to be the last entry in your diary, then by gum, you're going to scare the bejesus out of whoever finds it and wants your snake chow. November 11th, 1994. Dear Diary, forgive my hasty and nervous scribbling. I'm kind of scared, but maybe also a bit excited. Anyway, can't talk much now. There's a sly and cunning monster on the prowl, possibly hungry for kid meat too. So I've got to... Okay, I don't have a darn clue what I have to do, but I'll fill you in later once I do it. Joey. Satisfied you've done your duty vis-a-vis, posterity in case the worst should happen, you relock your diary and hide the key again safe and sound. Since she's been gone, you've seen less and less of Pa over the years. Guess he had greener pastures to move on to, or blurrier beauties. That little girl there? She's destined for big things. Big hopes, big fears, big worries, big lonelinesses. Now hold on, put yourself together. What would your mom say if she knew you were thinking like that? You really wish you knew. The goal of the game is to get 4 of your colored circles in a row before your opponent who's trying to do the same. You can also theoretically connect 5 if you're kind of a showy jerk. Canadian Campfire Spookings is the best. It's about these kids who get together in the woods every week. And one of them throws some dust in the fire, and then they tell a scary story, and that scary story is the episode. You guess you kind of focused more on the framing narrative than you did on the stories, but whatever. It's the best, just like you said. Acorn's Shadow is surprisingly dark for a show about a group of horse friends. It canters down some troubling physiological roads. Hot steppin'. You don't really perform the styles of a dance that make this movie such a pulse-pounding barn burner of a smash hit, but you'd certainly like to someday. The story keeps happening. Just look at that childlike empress. She sure looks pretty pleased with herself for someone who's only in the movie for about 5 minutes. The bounty hunter's advice for dealing with monsters would probably be to shoot them or change their shape, or both at once. She's cool, but pretty difficult to emulate. Ginger Rogers gosh, she's really something, the greatest tap dancer who ever clattered gracefully across the screen. Probably, no wait, definitely, and still kicking. What could possibly go wrong? That's what Bubsy would say. If he were here, he'd never stop saying it. You'd hear it in your head, forever echoing like screams of echo across still water. You love Block Hustle, the game of descending columns that disappear as lines are filled, but you could only find a poster of the American box art. This game is only available in Japan, but there's this kid at school who says his uncle works at a games company. And he says he says gets to play. Let me restart this. This game is only available in Japan, but there's this kid at school who says his uncle works at games company, and he says gets to play all sorts of secret games before they even come out here. He runs off at the mouth like he has all this insider information and sources inside the game companies. But honestly, you'd think he's just desperate for attention. You tend to ignore him and focus on more pleasant things like this super cool poster, Second Mom Rules. Really get a charge out of this game. It's kind of a bossy though. Well, sure, why not? After this, though, you should really get the walkie-talkie since you just remembered you cannibalized the batteries from the walkie-talkie to power this game. Okay, that's enough yelling. Oh, looks like the green button isn't working well. Nostalgia satisfied, might as well scavenge the batteries. You really like this poster, but can't really say why. It's pretty and you like the expression on the ballerina's face. You wonder if this is what it's like when adults go to museums to look at actual art. You hope so. Oh, that's more than enough of that. The sun has just set, making for a glorious autumn eve. As such autumnal evening glory radiates from the heavens, kissing the clouds on its way down to earth. Stupid clouds are all untouchable and ephemeral and stuff. It'd be nice if those monsters were as weirded out by that weird skull fountain as you are. Unfortunately, that thing is probably monster chic. Poor puppy. If that icky snake thing hurt her, well, you'd use your budding veterinary skills to patch her up and make it all better. But you'd also be very angry. Right now, she doesn't seem to want to come out of her doghouse. You don't blame her. Yikes, more of them? Gentrification is a real monster. Blistering social commentary aside, we sincerely hope you and your brother aren't killed and eaten by these eyeless horrors. Remember when you were ranking up those leaves? Your dog knocked Jude over and you laughed, and then everything turned to monsters. Ah, memories. You briefly muse on the metaphorical significance of the flashing light. What could it represent? The past, the future? America? It's just stupid, brother. You need to get in touch with him. Excuse me for a second, guys. I just noticed that my footage is probably crap right now. Because little did I know that this whole time my screen was being a little bit of a jerk. So I deeply apologize if things were mildly uncomfortable. I just hope you guys don't mind that. I feel horrible about that because of the fact that I want you guys to enjoy this just as much as I am. So from the bottom of my heart, I apologize for making the footage a little lousy. But Hey, we're only 24 minutes into this. We still got a lot more ahead of us. And I found the walkie-talkie. Your walkie-talkie, half of a set. Your brother has the other one. Could come in handy. Success, the walkie-talkie works like a charm now. A charm with battery power. You feel pretty pleased with yourself. It would seem you just solved your first puzzle of many on what is sure to be a sweeping adventure full of mysteries, brain busters. Then again, putting batteries in a thing isn't technically solving a puzzle, you suppose. It is just overcoming a minor inconvenience that you create yourself using mundane, widely available modern technology. You don't care though, you're counting on it. Jude, you there? Are you alright? Yes. Butch, coverly signaling status and requesting yours over. You mean the lantern? I don't know Morse code. Would never use such easily decipherable code over. Enemy agents everywhere over. Wait, an over. Still unconfirmed vis-a-vis your condition following every serpent encounter over. Please report bite status. How many and how gross over. I'm fine, no bites, you weirdo, but thank you for asking. It was a close one. Great, was worried over. That reminds me, after I shut the door on it, I think I heard it clomping off back down the stairs. I don't think you should leave your treehouse anytime soon. You might be headed back your way. No plans of leaving. Current location, yard crawling with cryptid vanguard over. Cryptid vanguard? Missing big picture, Joey, over. Okay, maybe be a little less obtuse then. Purely defensive posture, tactically suicidal. Monsters likely just distraction. Could have scared additional agents on approach over. Do you mean like more monsters, or can't discuss on unsecured channel, can't be uncertain who's listening. But evidence points to Anator's class conspiracy cascade over. Relieved you're taking this seriously. Are you totally prepared to begin forward operations? No going back now, Joey. Over. I was making fun of you, dweeb. I'm not going anywhere. Trust crucial on the battlefield, Joey. Hopping presence of monsters has chipped equation away from typical skepticism over. Okay, that's fair. Okay, what do I need to know? The current position not secure. Large yard facing windows. Location compromised to enemy. Situation rapidly deteriorating. Must abscond to attic, Joey. Attic? Yes, the attic. Strong door, well stocked with tactile material. Take left out of bedroom, go upstairs. Highest room in house. I know what the attic is, Jude. It was just a weird suggestion. What else is new? More uncrucible rambling from my treehouse lunatic brother. Don't understand, you sound confused, trying to help over. Look, just shut up. Okay, I'll sneak up there, lock the door, and you can call our babysitter. Too late to reach her at lab, working day long done over. Oh no, you're right. Agreed on both counts. Babysitter capable strifer could help tip scales. Might also help convenience you to get to safety. Jude, I'm going to go to the stupid attic, okay? I'm sorry for being mean. Do you have your weapon, over? What weapon? You mean my old weapon? What for? Serpents swarming everywhere, over. You want me to fight them with a flashlight? Don't blame you for being nervous with high concentration of serpent presence. Must be brave. Your brother believes in you and knows you can beat the serpents, over. Stop saying serpents. Do you recall where weapon is, over? Yeah, it's in the closet. Understand, all set then, over. No, I mean the hall closet. Crap, over. Yeah, well, I guess I'll have to take your word about all this now. You are sure about all this, right? Absolutely extremely certain, over. Over and out, squirt. But yeah, guys, I deeply apologize for the footage being kind of squeezed in. Whenever I was setting this up, it looked all fine and dandy. You give it a good hard stare. Yeah, you're appreciating the heck out of this art. It'd be difficult, if not impossible, for anyone to appreciate it more. Looks like the coast is clear for now. Better hurry over to the hall closet and retrieve your weapon before that crafty old serpent, you mean snake, can get the drop on you. So I should get my old weapon from the hall closet and then head up to the attic, right? Affirmative. Also refrain from excess chatter, over. Oh, right, yeah, boy. Could alert monsters, over. Yeah, I got it, I'm going by. Can't be too careful in espionage game, Joey. Silence golden, over. Jude, shut up. Remember one time on training mission, couldn't keep my trap shut. Oh boy, really landed us in a pickle, over. You've never had any training. I'm turning off the walkie bar. Over, and click. It's your mother's jewelry box, a priceless heirloom of immeasurable sentimental value. Also, there appear to be some of your brother's empty candle Pringles. This thing always giving you the creeps. But that didn't stop you from patching it up after Jude accidentally ripped it with an experimental foam's dart. From the first and last dart gun war with Jude, Belinda here provides great cover for those who refuse to use firearms, namely you. You tried to distract him with your tap dancing and then stuck a dot on him. It didn't work at all. This gun can shoot a stream of water up to 50 feet away. Too bad you don't use guns. You don't use guns. This lady was just hanging out in her altogether. What you mean, who are you to judge? Except it made you slightly uncomfortable, so you churched her up a little. You feel kinda silly about it now, but whatever, you were like 8. Jude insisted the terrified horse was being abducted. Your counter-argument completely schooled him. This painting now commemorates your triumph and a particularly spectacular equine nativity. Jude recommended you grab your strife weapon from the hall closet and head up to the attic as quick as you can. You're sticking with that plan for now. You're light bright. How's the fun with the number of hours and the degree of fun? dependent on the power of your imagination, which in your case means many hours and a lot of fun. It's the hallway closet. If memory serves, there's a box full of some old belongings of yours in here. You wonder if it has what you're looking for. You think back to when this closet door was shut. You had a reasonably good guess about what was inside, but now your guess is even more reasonable. That box probably has the stuff you need, but you can't reach. Wonder what your next step must be. Actually, your tap shoes might be the solution to this problem if you could just get a good stomp going. You might be able to tumble that box right off the shelf. You can't search the box while it's still up on the shelf. Wonder what's stashed in here? Nothing fragile, you hope. You pick through the box and find your flashlight and an old pair of ballet slippers. These will come in handy. Oh hey, there's some pet treats in here too. You keep caches of these all over. Never know when you'll need to treat a pet. You go ahead and try your flashlight. Click, click, no dice. Another battery problem? You open it up. Wait, there are no batteries in here at all. Just a bunch of stupid pogs. Dang it, Jude. Found my old weapon. Guess what? It's full of your stupid pogs. Crap, forgot about those. Please keep them safe. Okay, but I'm not going to take especially good care of them. Please protect Mulder at all costs. Over. Ugh, you and Mulder. This Scully Pog is obviously where it's at. Terms acceptable. Keep them safe. She's yours. Over. So I guess I head up to the attic now. That is the plan. Over. I better shake a leg then. Affirmative. Over and out. A bunch of stuff that should be moved into the attic. There's some toys here too that you don't play with that much anymore. Basically a pile of useless trash. Got this toy caterpillar so you could learn how to cure caterpillar diseases. But it turns out plush caterpillars don't get sick. Still pretty cute though. The caterpillar can't help you, and you can't help the caterpillar. Not a productive friendship, but at least nobody's being taken advantage of. You're loath to touch it, and disturb whatever astronomically improbable equilibrium is at play. Let's just leave it be. A bunch of stuff that should be moved into the attic. Basically, a pile of trash. It's locked, but you need to get in there as soon as you can. You peer through the keyhole. Wait, what the heck was that thing? And how long has it been there? The attic door is locked. Cripes, forgot about that. Tactical blunder on my part. Over. It's fine, no big deal. Just left the safety of my room to be eaten by monsters in the hallway because my dorky brother sent me to the safety of the wrong side of a locked door. It is not fine. Over. Jude. Panic not necessary. Still need to get you to attic. Over. For safety, right. Well, whatever. I'm trusting you, I guess. Appreciate that. Over. Although so far, has it really paid off? Joey, please, just need you to head to trophy room. Over. Oh, gross. I hate that place. Why does he even need a special trophy room when our whole house is just his dumping ground? Or whatever garbage he picks up on his stupid adventures. We'll find key to attic there. Mysterious whims of absent father not relevant. Over. Fine. Over and out. So head to the trophy room. Affirmative. Over. Got it. Over and out. This is the door to your neurotic dork of a brother's maximum security bedroom. He keeps it locked up tight because of all the silly conspiracy work he does in there. I sincerely doubt you'll be entering that room anytime soon. But really, why would you even want to? It's full of nerd stink and goober crud, not to mention it's where his pet usually lurks. You love our animals, but just the same, that's one you'd rather let you do with. Some great photos and portraits of your mostly great family. You decide to take a closer look. Ooh la la! That there mom is looking très magnifique. When you grow up, you hope this is what mirrors will look like. To Jake, my biggest fan. You and your very good dog. Aww. There aren't any pictures of the three of you together, so you try to make one through the art of composition. By hanging these three solo photos together, it's kind of like there's a photo of all three of you. Sort of. A lovely diptyque of still portraits, the laser background, the bad hair days, simple perfection. Haha, you'd put the dip in a diptyque. You mutter to yourself such an unreal burn on the unsuspecting chump, but he probably wouldn't ever get it. Come to think of it, maybe neither do you. Pa and someone you presume is his sister? Nobody he's ever mentioned, not that the two of you talk much. Kinda weird to think you might have like a second cousin out there you've never met. Maybe she died young. The old-timey times were pretty rough. Mom is the picture of grace and radiance, and Pa is just Pa. Seriously, has he ever changed his look? Sometimes you wonder if he was born with his spectacles and mustache, or at least one of the two. Pa used to be great with animals. You wonder what happened. Maybe betrayal? No, impossible. Look how good that dog is. That dog never betrayed anybody in his entire life. He would stake your entire reputation on it, the whole thing. You and Jude have a lot of fun memories with your babysitter. By now, probably more than with Mom and Pa combined. You'd always thought of her as the kind of cool and fun older kid you wanted to be, until you got old enough to realize she's a pretty sucky role model. You wonder what her family is like, but it's probably not your place to ask. Ugh, you can't even look at this picture. You deplore cruelty to animals. One of the many ways you and your father never saw eye to eye. One of the other ways was how he never actually looked at you, much let alone at your eyes. Now, for those of you who haven't read Homestuck, that calendar in Claire's room that had those letters on it, they are the company of Jake English. This guy right here, here, and here are Jake English. This dog is named Becquerel, which is his dog and his daughter's dog, and his daughter's name is Jade. This is probably around the same time, him growing older and older. This woman right here next to him, that's Jane Crocker. She's part of the Crocker family, the Crocker Corp Foundation. And their babysitter, if you can't tell, those of you who read Homestuck and forgot, is Roxy Lalonde. Now the only sad thing is to figure out if this game is in the complete universe after Homestuck is complete, or if it's before Spurb Alpha even began. Because, spoiler alert, for those of you who haven't read Homestuck, Jake English gets shot by accident because of some ectobiologic catastrophe shenanigan that a character named John Egbert does by accident, and Becquerel is kind of psychic, so he deflected the bullet and it shot Jake by accident. But needless to say, Claire's mom has never once ever been spoken in Homestuck, so this is possibly after Homestuck has been complete. And just so I don't lose my place, I'm gonna save. And now we go down the stairs. This guy, what's he so happy about anyway? His expression probably made more sense in its original context, that is to say whatever tomb or temple or whatever that your paw plundered him from. Well, it seems the power's out. That should make the trophy room quite the adventure, which is to say, not quite the adventure you wish you were having right now. Well, it would seem the power's out. Classic psyops over. What? Credit to where it's due. Best way to destabilize countermeasures. Leave you in the dark. Literally over. Not literally. It's still like late afternoon, I can see fine. Should have no trouble getting to the trophy room then, over. Fine then, Mr. Mission Control. Yes, great, over and out. Criminy Christmas, this room is large. This bookshelf contains several of Paul's books, including Pistols to Pilts, How to Turn Sweet, Intelligent Animals into Weird Rugs and Stuff. Teach yourself taxidermy, I guess, and Safari, stories about men and animals they killed from a distance, even though they weren't hungry and did not intend to eat them. There's the big screen, got the cable hookup and everything. It's your home altar, and your method of worship is listless. Vegetation, the gods reward you with glimpses of the divine. Clarissa, Alex Mack, and the cool green lady from Reboot. You really like her, she's cool. A beanbag chair. Super comfy and thankfully not filled with real beans. You could take a nap, but you've kinda got a lot going on right now, you know? Pa's major totem of power, the clunky gadget controls the TV, the garage door, toaster, thermostat, and pretty much everything else with a charge running through it. It's pretty hefty. You pop open the behemoth and score. You pocket the E-cell batteries right into the old cigarettes. These batteries are so huge they don't even begin to fit. Like fitting a round peg into a round hole that's a bit smaller than the peg, you'll need some D-cell batteries. It's a bear that your paw shot and turned into a trophy. Now all his friends come in the room will think, oh, this guy shot a bear. Okay. Except he doesn't really have any friends and he's never here. So it's just a nice big horrifying thing for you to deal with. A piano can be used to turn the slight motion of one's fingers into music. Those ivories, how they beg to be tickled. But you mustn't, also you can't. Oh, that would be just the thing, wouldn't it? Some kind of eerie, lonely sonata to really set the tune for the adventure ahead. Something in a minor key, maybe? It's a shame that would probably provoke a bunch of monsters to eat you. Also, you can't really play the piano. The ladies in these paintings are eerily beautiful, although maybe everyone would look like that in blue. The lamp goodness, you'd like to meet the lady who modeled for it someday. This lamp makes you blush brighter than the lamp itself. I've always enjoyed this painting, particularly because the lion looks so alive. Whoever painted it must have a very good imagination. Either that, or they painted it very, very fast. The Teddy Bear Outpatient Clinic is for stuffed animals who require treatment, but not an overnight stay. It's not just for stuffed bears, of course. It was named for its founder and chief physician, Arsala Teddy Bear. Boy, your pa really gets inventive with his taxidermy, huh? What a ghoul. He should probably be in a museum. Just as you pass into the living room, pulling the door shut behind you, it shuddered as something heavy and wet slammed against it. Against it from the other side. I can't see anything in the trophy room. It's way too dark. Odd. Was the house navigable? Over. Considered utilizing flashlight. Over. You mean the one you filled with your pogs? That flashlight? Joey, please. Over. Don't use dawdling one past. Over. It doesn't matter anyway. Something's blocking the door to the trophy room now. Something? Over. Yeah, I'm not sure what. Strange. For now, recommend focus on restoring power before sun sets completely. Over. Oh geez, you're right. Okay. I'll do that. Thanks for the reminder. Need electricity to retrieve key anyway. Over. What? Can't discuss over insecure channel. Over and out. Visualize all the delicious items that could be in the cool embrace of a refrigerator, but are not. It's empty. Food shopping has become sporadic of late. Turns out tipsy babysitters are fairly bad at responsibilities. The sound you've heard since you entered the kitchen grows louder and louder as you approach. The awful static is like nothing you've ever heard, and you want to go back to not hearing it as soon as possible. You turn the radio off. You open the battery compartment and you get the batteries. Your babysitter has just really atrocious taste. You're only 14 and even you can tell this is just real crummy. Another electric device successfully powered through clever manipulation of resource in your immediate environment. You are on fire. With your flashlight fully functional and in fit fighting form, you feel slightly better equipped to handle most low-light environments, and also to beat the bejesus out of any of these creeps that get too close. Although that's last resort, of course. Look, you're not saying you never had home-cooked meals. Your babysitter is a pretty good chef, even. It's just, well, none of you like doing dishes, and the nice thing about takeout is you can just eat it right out of the boxes and throw the boxes away. Of course, none of you really like taking out the trash either. No way, no way. You did them last time. It's Jude's turn now. You know what? After he completely ditched you for the treehouse earlier, maybe it can be Jude's turn for quite some time. Any hot tips for getting the power back on? Power outage seems to grant invaders significant advantage. That's not really a tip. That's more like just an explanation for why I'm trying to do it. Not sure what to tell you. Circuit breaker probably in basement. Over. See, that was very helpful. Thanks. Done my best. Over and out. This mummy is currently blocking your access to the rest of the house. He has been ever since your pa left him here months ago. Yeah, not a lot of chance of you being here, able to move Pharaoh Napoleon over here. All neat and folded. Haha, just kidding. This is obviously dirty. A souvenir from your pa after his trip to Hawaii. He's been exploring the Pacific a lot lately. For some reason or so, he mentioned offhandedly a few years ago. You assume he's still doing that due to you not having any fresher data, or particularly caring one way or another where the hell he is. Your pa brought this home as a souvenir. There's nobody inside it. It's kind of like a metaphor, you guess. You're not sure you want to start down the road of analyzing your life as if it were a work of fiction. Your babysitter sometimes cracks into your pa's special reserve, and she tends to do it down here. So you and Jude don't see, you aren't really sure what to say about it, or if you even have any business saying anything about it. With your pa's strange affinity towards the Betty Crocker brand, ever apparent, this musky old junk mainly consists of all sorts of cooking implements ranging from the familiar to the enigmatic. Really now, you can tell what a whisk is for, but some of the stuff looks downright unethical. It's also in your way. You can't reach the circuit breaker. Forgotten skiing stuff. No basement is complete without it, in your extremely limited experience. Try to move one box and the whole pile is liable to come tumbling down on you. You need to find some way to get them all moving at once. Shake them somehow, a controlled tumble, that's the ticket. It's time to strife, my friends. You've got no chance of beating this thing. You've got to get away, step on it. Prima abscond job. Power back on. You're doing or psyops of encroaching forces, over. Give you backlight only to snatch it away. Describing hypothetical very cruel. Dealing with sick operators, over. Oh, it was just me. Criminy, Jude. That snake monster's down in the basement, by the way. I managed to get past him, but we'll probably need to deal with that at some point. Second encounter with said serpent, correct. Beast oily. But sister already established superior willingness attribute over. Hey, thanks. I think trophy room should be travel obstacle over. Trivial. Wait, what? Attic key, Joey. Eyes on the prize. Keep me in the loop. Over and out. Let's see. Alright, monster inflicted, death scene averted. You are unbelievably stressed out right now. Congratulations, you ascended to rung 2. Attained rank of tail wagging tyro. Max HP increased by 12. Muscle increased by 7. Congratulations, you've ascended to rung 3. Attained rank of minute mammal mender. Dexterity increased by 2. Grace increased by 6. Leverage increased by 5. Congratulations, you ascended to rung 4. Attained rank of Peppy Patterer. Sorry, guys. Mastered Noggin Bop. Hubris increased by 4. Courtesy decreased by 2. This is exactly the kind of thing you wish wasn't in your house. Why couldn't your paw just leave their regular eyes in, and also more importantly, leave their head attached to their bottom? You'd like to put something in those sockets, but what? And also, wait, why do you want to do that so much? That's weird. I've got batteries. Batteries in the eye sockets there, well, it's worth a try. Nope, it wasn't. It wasn't worth a try. You've never been entirely clear on what's going on in this tapestry, but it certainly looks intense. Just look at that fire-breathing serpent beast at the bottom, and that red-eyed figure on the throne. What's their deal? As if being dead weren't bad enough, your power replaces eyes with some creepy glass orbs that life refracted in their facent stare gives you the creeps. But are you crazy? Or is there some light reflecting off his antler too? Maybe it bears closer examination. Whoa, that sure did something. Jude, I can't make heads or tails of this thing. What thing over? I turned on a laser, that's it. Nothing else is happening. Thought you were a puzzle master. I was wrong, it seemed, over. Hold on, over. Believe this calls for burns. McGruff crime dog experiencing trouble. Unbelievable, over. Wait. Disregard previous burn. Superior burn formulated. Ace Ventura pet detective. Please respond if ice required, over. Pfft, nice try, dork. Maybe if you were a real tactician, you'd manage to get your burns out on the first try instead of requesting a do-over. Pride wounded, but unable to protest. Have been informed mildly. Continuous banter. Cornerstone of squad camaraderie. Over. Oh yeah, anyway. How am I supposed to solve this thing? It's clearly a puzzle thing that cries out to be solved. Use marbles, over. I'm thinking as hard as I can, you know I like puzzles. I won't be asking if it wants an emergency. Actual marbles, over. What are you talking about? Trivial, really, over. What marbles? I don't have any marbles. You don't? None? Nearly? Nearby? No. Oops, over. You are now Jude Harley. Na 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 na, hey you. I apologize guys, but I think that's going to be enough reading for this video for me. Now I'm just going to do some commentary. Both because the live chat below, which, if this makes it to a normal video, you guys won't know what I'm talking about. But I'd like to talk about this game a bit more. Because there's so many references to Homestuck, it's not even funny. Even though this is technically Homestuck, but it's called Hiveswap. Hmm. Those are some funny looking pigeons. Long neck, fat, and very small. Hmm. Alien eggs and geodes. Not to mention, guys, any reference to aliens, that's a Jake English thing. The fact that this character's name is Jude Harley, it's kind of confusing because in Homestuck, Jade Harley doesn't ever have a kid, but she has a grandfather, and her grandfather's dead. But as Jake English has a grandmother, who's Jade Harley. They're one and the same of a grand ancestor, well, not a grand ancestor, but a descendant in the sense of a parent's parent, but never the parent is ever mentioned. So maybe this will tie in the gap in between. But enough pitter-patter about that. Yearn, yes. Where, oh where, are these ever-loving... There's the marbles. Let's check. Red and green. It's like the derpiest looking penguin. Oh, now I remember where the kitchen is. Mixed success. You have acquired a cracker. That face. Featherly doofus acquired. No, wait. That room is over here. No. Never mind. My bad, guys. My bad. The trophy room is this way. Wow. Now what the hell in the hell's going in here? I love have a moving bird in my card capture. That hand is moving. Well, that's how the cookie crumbled. Let's double check on that. Alright guys, I hate to end it here, but I've been playing for about an hour and a half, and I'd love to make maybe a few videos out of this. I need to make it last. This is episode 1 of Hiveswap, or Act 1. Not to mention, I had a friend who beat this already, and there is no hope in sight just yet for Act 2. So I'm going to divvy this up with a little bit of timing just right. I'll do another bit of this tomorrow, maybe more after, and so on and so forth till this is complete 100%. And then move on to Act 2 when it comes out. So guys, I'll just have to leave it here. It's been a Silver Sharpie. It has been an honor playing this with you guys, waiting so long for Hiveswap. So I'll see all you guys in the next video, next stream, or maybe in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.